Hey, it's Andrew Downs. I'm proud to support Three Beards Media, and I would love to work with you. If you need merchandise for your company, organization, band, softball team, whatever, I can help. From name brand apparel to promotional items, large orders or small, online stores, and more, I can help your brand stand out. AKC Marketing is local, based in Johnston, and we are an employee-owned business, so our costs are low and our turnaround times are fast. But most importantly, we give you personal service to make sure you get exactly what you're looking for. Email me at andrew@akcmarketing.com or find me on social media, and let's make some cool stuff together. Now sit back and enjoy this Three Beards Media podcast.
And a long time plan. From the bright lights flashing down in Old Sin City to a 2-drink minimum in the town so great. Plus non-stop on the interstate. Truck stop coffee keeping us awake. Midwest roads, yeah, we know them well. From Des Moines to Chi, got stories to tell. Late nights, bright lights, open mic fights. Killing on stage, then it's back to the flight. From the cornfields to the Vegas Strip. Ain't no stage where we don't fit. Billy and Willie's workshop, welcome inside. Where the jokes are sharp and the laughs collide. From the neon glow to the small town dive. Comedy's the road that keeps us alive.
Good evening.
Beelzebub Kalach, what's up?
Beelzebub Kalache. I never knew. I thought they were Kalaches. I always said Kalash.
You Kalach? Isn't it Kalachi?
Commercial, I guess.
Yeah. Billy's in a commercial for Coach's Kolaches, which are fantastic.
You know, the first one actually is a play on mispronouncing the name. The first commercial we could. There's 2 versions of that commercial out there.
What?
Oh, really?
What like nationality is?
I think it's German.
German, okay.
Yeah. So, but
yeah. There's the one commercial where it's like
they're mispronouncing the
Kalache.
name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody is, right?
Yes.
Billy, do you still go to Omaha and get the Runza whenever you're in
Always.
Omaha? Yeah.
I always get the Runza in Omaha.
You love the Runza. And
I don't like the Runzas though.
You don't like the Runza?
Burgers.
Or you like the burgers from? You don't eat the Runza. You like the burgers?
No, the Runza's fucking disgusting. But the burgers at the Runza are delightful.
The Runza is basically a Hot Pocket, is what it is.
Yeah, and it's full of gross shit.
Yeah.
Like there's not. I don't think there's one that doesn't have something in it that I don't like. So
you know, when you think about names of places, I mean, like, I always found Come and Go funny that they came up with that and they wrote that. But Runza, when they were bandering around what we're going to call this thing, not one guy said, hey, you know what, Runza doesn't sound good.
Sounds like a lot of diarrhea jokes about our fast food restaurant.
Oh, I mean, how many comedians at the Funny Bone in Omaha you think that's?
I have been guilty of it for sure.
Oh, I'm sure. I think everybody has. But the point is why? How did they come up with that name? I mean, what's it even mean?
It's probably somebody's name or I think I don't know I wonder if it's like somebody's name and then the sandwich thing that they call the Runza, like maybe somebody's grandma made it.
I don't know. I just to me, it's just one of those names. It's like I don't think that's a good idea. But on the other hand, Come and Go is a funny name, but it stuck.
I think the color scheme's a little weird too. The Runza.
What is it?
The yellow and green.
Well, there you go. It's just like a really bad case of stomach poisoning or something.
You mix those 2 colors together, it kind of looks like diarrhea.
Exactly.
Have you had the Runza sandwich? The Runza itself?
I've actually had the Runza itself.
What do you think of them?
I mean, I was, it's probably had it about 10 years ago. And I mean, I remember eating it going, all right. But I mean, it wasn't.
I did that.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. So I can say I did it. But yeah. But like I said, it's like a Hot Pocket kind of.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah. But I mean, I've heard nothing good. I've heard nothing but great things about the kolache thing. So I want to try with the kolache.
Yeah, the sausage.
The sausage. That's the
jalapeno sausage.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I mean, it's good if you can get this Hawkeye fan to do a commercial for a former Cyclone player.
There you go. You get free. You get free.
Begrudging. Fuck no. He knew I was a Hawkeye fan. He made me pay for everything I fucking got.
You actually paid for the sandwich in the commercial.
Yeah. Paid for the whole order.
If someone was to come in from out of town, I'm sure it's happening to me, and they say, take me to something that's unique food-wise to this area, where would you take them?
Well, I mean, if it's unique it's got to be unique to the area.
Well, yeah, it's something that we're kind of like known for. I mean, like for instance, we're like basically, I don't know why.
I don't feel like we're known for anything but corn outside of here.
Tenderloins. What about tenderloin sandwiches?
Yeah, I guess tenderloins kind of a thing. So I would take somebody to, Tasty Tacos.
Smitty's. Oh yeah, Tasty Tacos.
Tasty Tacos.
That's a good one. Yeah, definitely.
Made right.
Mm-hmm. Go to Graziano's.
Bebop's.
Yeah.
I'd go to Bebop's because you got to go to stuff like it's got to be stuff that you can only get here.
Go to AAE. I
don't think they have a restaurant, Willie, at AE. I mean, you're just gonna fucking go in there and drink a bunch of fucking milk, eat some cottage cheese.
See if somebody will throw you in the vat or something. We got to promote. We're doing a show May 20th at where are we at?
Is it the 20th? Yeah,
it's 2 weeks from today.
Yes, and we're going early. It'll be at 6:30.
Yeah, at the
because it's gonna be a social gathering.
Yeah, we want people to come hang out with us.
So hopefully,
there you go.
You
pop
know,
right up. $1 from each drink sold. We do
some of our fives of listeners.
There you go.
We'll show up.
We need more than 5
and have some drinks.
That's right. My friends are all alcoholics.
I said 5s. I'm doing multiples of 5, Chris.
Yeah.
Rev's going to be there.
See?
Reverend Ray's going to be
I
there.
always count on the Rev to show up at the events.
What's the address of this place?
It is
it's Iowa Distilling
Cumming Avenue.
Cumming,
it's in Cumming.
Yeah. I think people should know where it's at.
Is there a come and go in Cumming? How does Cumming not have a come and go?
4349 Cumming Avenue.
Okay.
It's on the fucking sign thing. You guys it's posted right in front of our faces.
Is the address on there? I can't tell.
Yeah, it's there. It's there.
You gotta have
Make your screen big, Willie. Make the screen big.
I'm not touching this because then you'll lose me forever.
Okay, so go to the screen and go to the bottom right hand corner. You see the little square open.
I'm not touching nothing. Leave me alone. That's where I'm at.
I agree.
This is it. What's here is here, and that's it. You have to understand. I'm amazed every time I come in here and turn this thing on, and somehow I find you guys. I don't know how in the fuck it happens.
This
I don't really know what I'm doing.
This was the same place that let us film your little.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Your promo.
Oh yeah. Look at this. There we go. Billy's Pimp Mobile.
This is what acting looks like.
Yes, sir.
Chris, take some notes here.
It's like
next time you're filming a commercial.
DiCaprio and Chaz Palminteri.
Who the fuck is Chaz Palminteri?
Shut up.
Bronx Tale.
What's this place? What are we doing here?
This is our workshop. This is what we're gonna do right here. This is our workshop.
We're gonna make booze?
No, we're comedians. We're gonna make jokes. We're gonna make funny stuff right here. This is where we're gonna do it. It's nice.
If we could take something though, right?
Well, yeah, sure. Grab a case.
We'll do.
Be all right. We'll take it. We'll go drink it later. So get a cake. That's not.
It's too heavy.
That's a keg, a case, a box. Come on. Thank God you're a comic.
Yeah. See, that's fucking acting.
There he is.
How come we haven't gotten nominated for a Marconi yet for this show? Is what I'm wondering.
What's that?
That was intense.
I'm wondering why we haven't gotten nominated for a Marconi yet.
I don't know either. It's surprising to me.
Yeah. I go to bed thinking about it every night.
The comedic timing, though, of Willie when he's like, "Thank God you're a comic."
Yeah.
So good.
Hey, speaking of playing that, that's what I think about in bed every night. So I've been thinking about this lately. to thought that I've just had in my head a lot. Have you had? Do you have things that you did or said at some point in your life, like as early as like childhood, that just replay over and over again in your head, like something like where you did or said something regretful, or like you just remember a moment in time where you just felt a certain way and you think about it all the time?
Give me an example of something you've done like that, because I know obviously there's something.
Okay, so when I was in high school, I was like, I don't know. I want to say it was like my sophomore year. Maybe it was my junior or senior year. Junior year, I think. Anyway, we're at lunch. We're at McDonald's, right?
Okay.
And this McDonald's was always jam-packed full at lunch.
Yeah.
So we walk in there, and there's some kids I know up towards the front of the line, right? So I'm like, hey, Corey or whoever, like, hey, you got that $1 you owe me? And he's like, yeah. And so I come up to get the $1, right? And then this guy fucking calls me out. He's like, hey, you're fucking cutting in line, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, he owes me $1. He's like, okay, we'll get the $1 and go to the back of the line. I'm like, no, man, like, or whatever.
Yeah.
You saved me a spot. I don't know. So then I get up to the counter, and the girl is about to take, and the guy fucking goes, no, he cut in line, you know? Like,
yeah.
And so the girl's like telling me like she's not gonna take my, you know, I gotta go back of the line or whatever. And I'm like, I just remember saying to her, like, first of all, go to school and get a real job. And I remember feeling so, I mean, I only acted that way because I was embarrassed at this point.
Sure.
Like, now it was like, oh fuck, everybody's looking at me and I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, I was trying to be funny. I don't know what I was doing. But then I just remember like looking around at people that were my peers, thinking I'd get like some grins, or you know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah, nothing. They left.
And everybody's looking at me like, Jesus, what the fuck's wrong with you? You know, like,
yeah.
No, you're an asshole.
I'm surprised that girl didn't stop and go, so you don't get a real job, and then she didn't look at you and go, so you go to North. She didn't do that.
Yeah. So I think about that a lot. Like, Jesus, I can't believe I said that.
I don't have any specific, but I know, in your life, there's always going to be that situation where I wish I'd have fucking said this, or I wish I'd have, you know what I mean?
No, I'm talking about though, like that bothers me though.
It still bothers you to this day.
Yes.
Oh, well, okay. Well, that's just it. Like, if you'd have handled it a different way, it wouldn't have bothered you. If
well, yeah, of course. So it was a learning moment.
Yeah.
You know, but like for the rest of my life, I've thought about, does anybody else remember that? Does that girl that was working that day remember that? Does the guy?
I would say offhand, no. I mean,
probably not. I'm probably the only one that even remembers.
There was no gunshots or, no police.
It wasn't traumatic. I don't think it was traumatic for anyone else but me.
Yeah. You know, it's weird that you would mention that of all things when you've been on stage thousands of times, and I'm sure much more bad situations to where a heckler said something to you and everything else, and that doesn't bother you. You're like,
well, there's plenty of moments like that. Those were learning moments too.
Yeah.
Where I didn't handle a heckler properly, and I learned from it. But yeah, those don't live. And because I wasn't, no one was being like, if I handled a heckler wrong, it was a mistake.
Yeah.
No one was being hateful. Maybe the heckler was. You know what I mean?
What grade were you when this all shit going down? Were you like a junior high?
I was like a junior in high school.
So you're like just early teens.
The reason it lives in my head is because I was so mean to that girl.
Yeah.
Or woman, for that matter. She was, I'm sure she was probably 30 or somewhere, early 20s, 30.
Wait, were you brought up like me? Where I mean, was a respect your elders was a big thing. I mean,
Yeah.
when I grew up, it was like I don't care if you know them or not, if they're your elder. So and
my friends,
Mhm.
like I was my friend. Most of my friends' parents growing up, I was like their
Yeah.
favorite kid.
Yeah,
because I was the most polite and all that.
You were the Eddie Haskell of the bunch.
It turns out, I guess so.
Yeah.
Looking back,
Yeah.
because like when it was just me and my friends, I was full of shit and just trying to make them laugh all the time.
Yeah.
And stuff. You know what I mean?
But no, you were raised right. I mean, your parents raised you to the point of you be respectful when you're supposed to be respectful.
Yeah, my mom was always like, "Well, they're an adult. So and so's an adult." So
I had aunts and uncles that were absolute pricks and bitches. I mean, just horrible. I mean, I had uncles that.
God damn it. We gotta get this freezing thing under control.
See, if he would just show up.
If he would just show up, we wouldn't have. We have this problem every episode.
You made him make the screen bigger, and then he fucked it all up.
I remember all growing up, even when I was in my 20s.
See, you don't even know when you freeze, do you?
No, yeah, I do because the screen goes dark. I see a little swirly thing.
Okay. Yeah.
But anyway, so anyway, I have these relatives growing up that were just mean to me and I remember just grinning and bearing it. And I can remember as a kid walking away going, oh, look, I wish I could say something. But, because a lot of times they would say they'd embarrass you in front of people for no reason.
Yeah.
In front of your friends and shit. And and at the time, you always had something in the back of your head that you could say, but you didn't. And that would piss you off, And even as I got older, I thought, well, once I get older, I'm in my 20s, I'm going to tell these motherfuckers what I think. And I never have. And I never did, So, you know what? Too bad you can't go back to that McDonald's and say, do you remember the lady that worked here? She died. She died right after she talked to you. She went home and had a massive heart attack.
She actually died because this was one of her 4 jobs that she worked full time to feed her 4 kids that she brought over from El Salvador by herself because her husband beat her and she couldn't get a job there because he was in the cartel.
And the last thing she said was the little boy at the McDonald's that he stepped in at the place in line
told me go to school.
Yeah, go to school, and then I come home and heartbroken.
That
happened.
Yeah.
My whole thing was just older relatives that just constantly, and especially in Italian families. I mean, they love nothing more than busting your chops. Where even to this day, I have older cousins that just for no reason, will see me someplace and just say something just fucking stupid. It's like, well, what do you do? Can't you just say hi, cuz?
Yeah.
What's always got to be like, well, you ain't working today? That kind of bullshit. It's
Oh God, yeah.
all the time. Never stop. It's like, I'm almost 70, fucker. You're 80 something.
Yeah.
I'll just say hi.
Tell me a joke.
Yeah. Oh, Billy, I can't tell you because I grew up on the South Side. I can't tell you how many times people would come up to me back in my late 20s and 30s and go, Jesus, why don't you just get a job at the fucking city? Why don't you get a job with the county? What are you doing this bullshit stuff for? Go get a job with the county. And then then when I got to be in my 50s, says, hey, can you give me a ticket for the Funny Bone? Oh, okay. Now we're buddies again, huh?
Yeah, that always happened.
Yeah. So now that's it. You just opened up a bunch of old fucking wounds for me. Thanks.
Well, but I think that's something we all. I think all of us have that.
Oh, I'm every single person has that somewhere. Somewhere there's that one person that just gets under their.
But I think I'm saying though, as comics, I think we all have that group of people that. I think what they do is they project their own decisions onto you. So like. Like the job's never been steady.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So they envy the job itself. They envy the fact that I think they just envy the fact that we're doing something special, something they can't do. Right. Yeah. But then they say things like, well, I got to have that steady paycheck. Or I got to have.
Oh yeah. Benefits. It was always
I gotta have
benefits with the thing.
all this stuff is what I have to have, right?
Yeah.
And so then they say that's how they rationalize not going into business for themselves somehow. You know what I mean? Like,
well, and also the fact
almost nobody really wants to work for somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the fact that they do, this is why all these reasons are why they do.
Yeah.
And they say they see you not doing that.
Yeah.
So now they're like, well, something's got to be wrong with what you're doing.
Yeah, because there's no way you can survive like that.
Yeah. What are you?
And the thing is, when you're a comic, I mean, think about when you go on the road and people see you. They see you as Bill Blank, the comic. He's a comic. Oh, there's the comic. But you know what? When you're in your old neighborhood and you see somebody, you're not the comic that the people that you grew up with. You know what I mean? They'll never see you for what you're actually doing now. You're just going to be the guy in the neighborhood, that, oh, yeah, I guess he's a comic, but.
Actually,
let me tell you about when he was at fucking McDonald's and he fucking yelled at this lady.
Actually, most of the people around the neighborhood are like proud of me.
Really? I mean, I can't say they're not proud of me, but I just know that they don't look at me in the same light as somebody that's comes to my show does. You know what I mean?
No, but because you're not. They know the real person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But it's not that those are the people that when they come to the show, they watch the rest of the crowd.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They like any of my like people I grew up with or anything. They like sitting there and just watching how other people react.
Now, do you remember the first time people that like from your hood or family or whatever, the first time they actually saw you on stage do very well and the reaction to it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what I mean. Like they were always. I mean, at first, I think most of them were surprised.
Yeah,
because a lot of them went into it being worried.
Yeah.
Like, they just couldn't, they couldn't see me doing it or something like that. Like it just didn't, kind of like sometimes when I watch my son wrestle, it's hard to.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to take him seriously when he's being a heel and
yeah,
acting like a jerk, and
But he does it well because you watch the rest of the crowd and you can see that. Oh yeah, he's
and so that's what I find myself doing with him a lot is watching how the crowd reacts to him and all that stuff. And
I had some cousins come last Christmas. Now understand, I mean, they're in their 80s and they haven't really seen me. And they came up to me afterwards and they're like, hey, man, you're good at this. And I'm like, I've been doing this for 40 years. Jesus Christ. I mean, but like I said, they're old cousins from my neighborhood, so they're not really looking at me as being a comedian.
Yeah, it's. I mean, anytime somebody sees you, I think a lot of people just assume, and it's getting more prevalent now. But nobody knows a comic. Like now, more and more people do. Almost anybody I talk to, hey, do you know? And they'll name some open micer or something.
Well, it's funny that we talked about this before, and I don't know if we've even talked about it on here, but I can remember a long time ago, we were the unicorns wherever we were at. It was like, no matter you were, there was like, he's a comedian. He actually, and now, I mean, I don't care where you're at. There's at least 4 other people that have done stand-up or in the room with you. No matter, I don't care where, you know what I mean? You can go to Perkins and the waiter will come over. Oh yeah, I've been doing stand-up now for 8 years. It's like, so you're just, you're
well, now it's like, it's like if you're not making TikTok videos every day, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
So you're not taking it seriously. How you call yourself a comic? You're not making a bunch of TikTok videos.
You know what? It's so, it's so counter to what we were taught growing up, because we were taught you get up and you work on your act and it's specific to who you are and it's written material and you perform it in front of a crowd at a club. And now it's like half these people that do that, they're not working on their act at all. They're working on their persona or whoever their character is, their TikTok person. And the stand-up, it's almost like secondary to what they're doing. It's kind of weird.
You can tell usually.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean,
hey, I always said, you know what? If you get people in the seats and they go walk away and they enjoyed it, then you did your job, I guess. And I hand it to some of them because just the mere time that these people take doing this kind of shit. I tried to do it. I tried to do it every day, get on and do a little bit. And after a while, I was like, this is fucking monotonous. Let's, I ran out of shit to say. Because you know what? I'm like you in that when I do stand up, it was like I'm trying to perform a bit and get a really good joke. So if I I didn't want to put anything out there that wasn't top notch.
Yeah.
And then I finally realized it's got nothing to do with top notch. Just put something out there
every day.
And and if you get, the old saying, throwing enough shit on the wall, something sticks. That's what they do. I mean, but you know what? That seems to be good enough. Because I've seen some TikTok people that are pretty funny, but when you watch them, if you go back and watch like 50 of their clips, there might be 20 of them are just there's just them on, just on
doing bullshit.
Yeah. But then they hit on the other ones, and that's what you got to do, I guess.
I don't at the end of the day, no matter how the tide shifts as to like what gets you over.
Yeah.
Like it's always been a thing. There was the Tonight Show, then it was a sitcom, then it was you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that for the most part, the cream will rise to the top no matter what avenue gets them over.
You think it's tougher now or tougher back in the day?
I just think it's different.
Yeah,
I think it's always been just as tough. It's just different. The way that you get rich and famous is different. But everything else is the same.
Yeah.
You still got to do the shows and like it's kind of like a guy hit a baseball player doing steroids. He still has to hit the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
But
yet they punish him for it.
Right. But because now a double turned into a home run.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
I'm just saying though, it's that kind of thing. You still got to do the shows. So even if you corked your bat, so to speak, by having all these 10-second TikTok videos that sold your tickets, you still got to do the show, and the show still needs to be good for at least an hour.
Yep.
And if it's not, then you're not selling tickets in that place again. So
you're here.
At the very least, you got to be good once. You got to get them to come twice.
I agree.
So, like, these guys that start touring off of these, TikTok videos with no substance or whatever.
You've worked with a lot of them over at the Bone over the years, haven't you? Yeah, you've done quite a few. And you've told me sometimes some of them are actually decent, and
the ones that were,
you haven't really told me any were really, really bad. Has it been really, really bad or no?
The ones that were actual stand-ups before they got the TikTok famous, they're usually pretty good.
Didn't you work with Tammy Trailer Trash or whatever?
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, she's coming
a
to the
sweetheart.
Bone. Yeah, she's coming to the Bone real soon.
Yeah, I've worked with her before.
And did she start off as stand-up before she?
No.
Oh, well, that's pretty amazing, man.
Yeah, but she's kind of a natural, and she's lucky that she had her audience. She got to start with an audience.
Yeah,
and that's definitely something that's a stroke of luck. But she does a good job with it, and she's a sweetheart. She's a good person. And then there was one dude, I don't remember. He dressed like Michael Jackson. He literally wore
like the Thriller coat.
No, I believe it was what he was wearing in how it was like gray, had like belts and shit, like
criminal,
shit hanging off of it.
Yeah, was he black, dude?
No,
even weirder.
No, oh god, but he was. This dude got absolutely fucking hammered
before the show.
During, after the show, he was like humping people in the lobby. Like,
did he get a good crowd?
Yeah, I think he got a halfway decent crowd.
Did he cut a fuckhole in him?
I mean,
you know what? That's what you got to go. I think that's
he
your
couldn't.
new thing.
He was fucking knocking shit over. He was like grabbing dudes and kissing them.
Really?
Like as they're leaving the show, and like,
well, how was the show?
Talking to him, and he's just spitting all over.
Yeah. How was the show itself? Was it okay? And how did the people react to it?
It was terrible. The show was fucking. At one point, he called his mom
during the show.
Yeah, he has mom on the phone.
Was the crowd enjoying it?
Thanks for supporting my son.
No.
And he'll never be back.
No.
I mean, he's,
that was it. There you go. You know what the thing is? You think about those people that do it. I mean, I guess you got to be odd to start with. I just don't think you can just be a normal. You know what I mean? Like you got the Ginger Billy guy, and you got Tammy. So you got to be like either like a hillbilly kind of thing, or you got to be kind of odd to start with. You can't just be.
Well, they're making it's a character.
Yeah, exactly.
That they got that made their friends laugh.
Mm-hmm.
That they probably be at the bar or whatever drinking with their friends, and they'd start acting like that character, and it'd make all their friends laugh, and then eventually their friends like, you should make a video.
Yeah, well, I don't know why you're not doing Fuckhole Billy with you come on stage and you bring your little wrestling buddy, and then you put him up, like put him in a chair, and you talk to him, kind of almost like a ventriloquist act. But then somewhere during the show, you violently rape him.
That sounds. I mean, I should maybe start in Amsterdam or something.
Exactly.
See if I can go over.
You never know.
And then I could take a shit on him.
Sure.
Afterwards.
That should be the finale. I think that's how you close. It's the only way to close, I'm thinking. People start looking forward to it. I haven't. I've heard about it though. Yeah, you know what? Where you're at about right now, I think you do well there. I think. All the really good and they got the hookers in the windows and stuff.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have I know they have like live you can go watch somebody fuck a donkey in Amsterdam and pay money and watch.
Yeah, I've had some people that go there, and you walk down the street and there's women are right in the window and they wave at you, and you go in there, and there you go.
But like they don't like potheads there.
What kind of drug are they doing?
Well, they just all the people that like travel there just to smoke weed legally, like all the locals think they're just junkies. They think
I mean,
just fucking junkies.
Well, now,
like,
I mean, I know a few years ago that would have been a big deal, but now you don't need to do that kind of shit.
That's the thing. You don't really have to go to Amsterdam for it. That novelty's not there. So if I went to Amsterdam, I would be going to live fuck shit. I'd be going to all kinds of crazy fucking shit. Yes.
Yeah, the fuck
that would be my thing. Yeah.
Did you when you were in Vegas? Did you ever go up to like any of the brothels up there? Chicken Ranch and all that. Do you remember? No. Do you remember Todd and Tyler?
Yeah, they took his dad to the bunny ranch.
Well, I think you were with me one time. We were doing the show for them, and what we did was they had a catalog of women, and we were trying to find the woman for his dad.
I don't think I was with you then.
They had all these pictures, and they said, "Well, what do you think of this girl? What do you think of this girl?" And they had his dad on the other line, and we picked out a woman for him. It was the weirdest thing. I mean, it literally had a catalog of all these. And the thing about it is, it's not like you see in the movies. I mean, they're not all the gorgeous. Some of them were just
rough.
Yeah, rough.
But they probably have like one feature, like they're rough, but they got like a great ass. So like an ass man will pick them.
Yeah, well, that's like me.
You don't want to go visit those places at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The pickings aren't that great at 1 o'clock.
They have like fucking huge tits.
I remember one time, Chris, me and a couple of my buddies were in San Diego. We were in Vegas and we went to San Diego, and then we got drunk and we took a small little ferry boat to Escondido or Mexico, right on the other side of the border of California. And it was like this little cruise ship, not even cruise ship. It was like a little tiny ferry boat. We were drinking on and everything. We got
You
over.
had a passport? Did you have to have a passport?
No. We I mean, it was right across the thing. And we got over there, and then we got out, and it was like just dusty old streets. And I remember eating a taco out of a stand, like a stand. I'm thinking to myself, what am I doing? Because I'm drunk. I mean, it's like 2 p.m, and we end up going into a strip club with the beads on the door, and it was like 2 p.m, and it was dusty and smoky. And the girl came out, and man, she looked like Freddie Fender. You remember Freddie Fender, the singer? Looked just like
I don't know, but just the fact that you just said she looked.
It looked like a dude. It looked like she looked like Ron Jeremy. Is what she looked like. A Mexican Ron Jeremy who would be Freddie Fender. And I just remember thinking, whoa, oh, god damn, that's. And then I got back on that little boat, and I'm thinking to myself, why did I eat that taco? So.
I remember this big ass girl at the whatever that strip club by the airport was.
Airport where? Here?
Yeah.
Airport. There's a strip club out this way.
The landing strip.
The landing strip.
It was called the landing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was told. That's what I was told.
Yeah. And then I remember it changed hands. Like it had gone out of business a few different times. And by the time I just remember going there and like it was a shithole. Like they weren't even. It was BYOB. They didn't have any type of bar. It was just a fucking place that had a couple stages and poles. Like, I remember they literally had like a part of the place with, I think it would have been a huge archway and like another wing. Mm-hmm. And they just had blankets hanging there. Like, the yellow blanket that's in a cheap hotel when you take the top blanket off. There's like a couple of those just hanging there.
Did you get a dance? You get a lapper?
Yeah, then the fucking to get a private dance, there was a plant in the corner. You went behind this fucking plant
between two ferns. You got Zach Galifianakis giving you a lap dance. Oh God. Oh man.
But I loved it because it was so sleazy and the chicks were just dirty. They do all kinds of dirty ass shit.
Yeah.
Like I had like the runway. That's it. It was the runway landing strip. That's exactly it.
You can hear a baby crying in the dressing room.
I remember I had two. It was my birthday, and I had two girls giving me a lap dance at once, and they'd fucking make out, and like it was awesome. They wouldn't do that at any of the other classy joints.
Oh God!
I want to go to a fucking classy strip club. Fuck that. Fuck that.
They got the great names.
And so then
give it up for Destiny. Yeah.
So then this big girl comes out and I swear to God, because you got Sniffer's Row at the strip club. We're all sitting on Sniffer's Row and this big girl comes out and everybody literally just got up and left and went and sat at tables and shit.
Oh, that's not nice.
Can you believe that? I fucking made it rain on that bitch. I stayed right there. I was like, yeah, let's go.
Mostly change. You opened up a roll of quarters on her.
Yeah, just throwing quarters at her.
Did I ever tell you guys about the time? This wasn't too long ago. I have a friend that comes out to see me in Vegas all the time. Pretty wealthy guy. Been divorced a long time. Likes to party. Likes to go to the strip club. So he always tried to bring me to him. And I would go and I just be quite honest. I'm just uncomfortable. I'm just uncomfortable there. So whenever we would go, I would go sit at the bar and anybody come around, they tell them I'm gay. That's just what I would do. I just don't. I mean, it's just weird to me. I got a daughter that age. I don't like it. Mm-hmm. So anyway, finally one night he comes back out to the comedy club afterwards. I said, "How's it going?" He said, "I was all right." I said, "Listen," I said, "I've got some other wealthy friends that come out here, and here's what they do: they hire an escort. They actually get a girl." You hire her for
she's
like 2
his
nights.
Girlfriend for the week or whatever.
It's going to cost you like $5,000, $6,000, but you can have a good time. You can take her to dinner. Blah blah blah, and that's the way to go about it. She says, "Okay."
So you pay $5,000 or $6,000 plus you got to pay for all of her shit.
Yeah.
Plus you pay for
money was no object to this. So anyway,
I get it. If money's no object.
Anyway, so one night he comes to the club, and I said, well, "Did you get the girl?" And he goes, "Well," he says, "she's coming tonight." And he says, I got her. She wanted this much, and I only going to give her this much, so I got her for a little less. I said, "You bargained with her?" He said, yeah. And I said, yeah, you shouldn't do that. I said, that's, she's not going to, he says, well, everything's fine. I gave her half up front and she's coming. I said, you gave her half up front. She said, yeah. I said, she's not coming. She took the money and she's fucking gone.
Yeah.
And so he didn't believe me. So the night goes, and this is Saturday night. She doesn't show. Now it's Sunday. And he says, I want to go get my money back. I want to find this girl. I said, we're not going to find. He says, well, just please come with me. So we go back to the strip club. It's Sapphires. It's right off the strip on Sammy Davis Drive, right in Vegas there. Beautiful. I mean, it's a beautiful. It's a really nice.
Sapphire's not the name of the girl he gave his money to.
No. The name of the girl was like Tiffany or something like that. So we get there, and the manager comes, and I mean, this place is gigantic. And he says, "Okay, blah blah." There's a girl named Tiffany, and the guy goes to his computer and he punches it up and he goes, "Okay, we have 67 Tiffany's." Because they get girls from California all the time. He says we have 3,500 girls on our roster. He said so. So he's going, I saw her last night and blah, blah. He says, maybe, can I go look and see if I can find her? And the guy goes, yeah, if you're going to walk around, I'll walk around with you. We can see if you see her. So he comes with me and says, you want me? I said, I'm not fucking going anywhere near you. I said, I'm going back here, watch the game. So they walk all the way around. He don't find her. Or I don't know if she's high. I don't know. So anyway, the manager actually feels bad and goes, listen, I'm sorry this happened. He said, listen, well, I'm going to give you a limousine for a few hours. You guys can take it, drive around, do whatever you want. So we said, all right. So we're sitting there. He comes back. He says, I'm sorry. The limousines are all gone. You can have the party bus. So we got a party bus, a giant party bus.
Just the two
me and him just sitting on this party bus, just across each other like this. The stripper poles right in front of us, and we're just sitting there looking at each other. We took it to an In-N-Out and got some hamburgers. And then I got on the stripper pole and danced around a little bit for him, make him feel better.
That's a fucking movie scene right there.
It was hilarious. We're just sitting on the party bus. Party bus, it could hold like 75 people. Me and this clown looking at each other.
The manager felt bad and offered you a fucking limo ride.
Yeah, and then he came back.
Listen, I'm sorry you paid all this money to not get your dick sucked.
Exactly. There you go.
Here's a ride to In-N-Out in a big fucking bus.
Yeah, it was huge. It was just me and him.
Well, I mean, if he was smart, he would have took it somewhere and started recruiting bitches.
Yeah.
Go to a club and be like, hey, I got a bus.
That just, I'm 69. Anytime I'm around any girl under 50, it's just fucking creepy. I feel creepy. I just do. You know what I mean? I'm just, I'm 69. I'm Bill Belichick. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
What is the situation there?
I dated
that
a girl.
is fucked up. That whole Bill Belichick thing.
Well, I'll tell you what it is.
She is.
Yeah, he got her online somewhere on some kind of server. That's why when they said, where'd you meet?
We're not talking about that.
Yeah.
That's off limits.
I think there's like a GoSugarDaddy.com kind of thing or something. Yeah.
Man, just disappear if you're going to do that shit.
Exactly.
Like, why do you need... You don't need to coach anywhere.
No.
You don't fucking... You got this hot little girlfriend.
That's my point exactly. Go do an
live
island.
it up.
That's all you want to do. On the other hand, because he was never a guy that looked for the limelight. I mean, he didn't want it when he was with Tom Brady. And the thing is, think about it. He bossed Tom Brady around. He bossed Robert Kraft around. Now he's got this 24 little girl conducting his interviews. It's weirder than shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's all ego.
Yeah.
I mean, really, he's only coaching for his ego at this point and to feel worthwhile, I'm sure.
And also, I think she's still going to school there, so that might be I think she tried out for the cheerleading team. So,
but her, she's an ego feeder.
Yeah, I'd like to do a background check to see where in the hell she came from. Though, what is her deal?
So, are you saying that if you and your wife by some crazy, let's just not, we won't say you get divorced. Let's say,
I kill her.
You kill her. She died. She's dead.
Yeah, okay, she's dead. All right.
I killed her and got away with it.
I can't in my mind wrap my mind around anybody that would be anywhere near my daughter's age. I just can't. I mean, and she's got to be at least old enough to maybe be close to my daughter's mother's age. So, I mean, so my daughter's almost 30. So she's got to be a 50-year-old broad. at least. Yeah, and which is still 20 years younger than me.
That's
19. You know what? Would they say there's a rule?
Younger.
Yeah, there's a rule that says it's a girl half your age plus 7. So mine would be 34 and a half plus 7.
23 plus 23 plus 7 for me would be 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's that. I don't know where that equation came up from, but I heard somebody say it once before.
I dated a girl for a minute that was like 25 when I first
got divorced. I dated a girl when I was 39, 38, 39. I dated an 19-year-old girl. I
dated a 27-year-old when I was 38. Yeah. Right after my divorce.
Well, that's 38.
Well, I'm 10 years older than my wife now.
I mean, that was 11 years. I mean, I was 11 years younger.
Yeah.
No,
a lot of advantages.
This was over.
Maturity wasn't one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I was in my 40s.
Yeah.
But that's what happened. Like, the thing about her was it ended up being like just kind of the only thing that really attracted me to her was her age.
Yeah, exactly. You know what's weird though is
just like an ego feeding thing. Like, I'm pulling.
I'll tell you what. When I was 39, I went up with this 18-year-old girl, and I'll tell you, and I figured out even then, and I know as of me now, I just can't. I mean, if this is somebody you're actually going to be dating for a while, and it's more than just a sex, you got to have more than just a sex if it's somebody. Because have you ever tried to have a conversation with somebody that's completely not in your atmosphere at all? It depends.
I mean, though, like people are all different. Like there's a girl I know that's 22 years old, my son's age.
Yeah.
Who I would rather talk to than most 40-year-old women.
Really? Okay. Well, then
I'm saying like an actual conversation.
Yeah. Okay.
I ran into a lot of I'd mention something or whatever, and she'd be like, "Yeah, I was 7 when that happened."
Yeah.
Like, okay, you can't.
Well, it starts right off with the music, right off the bat.
Like that.
But then to start right off with the music right away, when you start talking music, and then all of a sudden, like they'll say, "I like that song," and then you're looking at them and you're going, "It's a fucking remake. It's a remake. That ain't who." When you try to tell who the original person was, it's then that's
what sucks is you're on a date and you're like, "This used to cost a nickel."
Exactly.
When the check comes.
Exactly. And over there was nothing, and we liked it like that.
That was just an open field over there.
And then we liked it.
Land.
Exactly.
Yeah. But see, like that makes sense. Like, so like, okay, so some girls like 25 and you just happen to trip, fall, and swallow Viagra.
Mm-hmm.
And she comes walking over, she's like, "Willie, I want you to fuck me." You don't think you could do it?
No.
Even if she looks like Selma Hayek?
Nope. No, I don't know if it's Catholic guilt. I don't know what it is inside me, but no, I'm just not. No, I ain't built that way. My brothers would have, both of them would have attacked her immediately. But, well, my brother Tommy's got 8 children by 5 different women, and the youngest one, I mean, he had a baby with a girl that was 36 years younger than him. He was 63 and she was 30 something. So he had no problem with that. But
I mean, shout out to the fact that his bullets were still alive.
Oh no, he's 78 now, and I mean he doesn't have a girlfriend right now. But
maybe kids
the thing is, he could
young.
if he wanted one. Yeah.
Maybe the kids keep you young. Maybe.
I mean, it's so weird. He's got kids that are older. Like I've been over the house when he's got all his kids and his grandkids, and like he'll tell like one of his grandchildren, "Go change your uncle's diaper." I mean, it was just weird. That's for real. I mean, that's weird ass shit. Yeah.
I just fucking I can't. Go change your uncle's diaper.
Yeah, absolutely for real.
I know. It's just so fucking ridiculous.
His oldest daughter is 57, and his youngest son, is 16.
Oh,
so there's 40,
so when he says that,
41's difference.
He's actually talking about geriatrics. His 50-year-old he's telling his 50-year-old grandson to change his 80-year-old uncle's diaper.
Some weird ass shit. Just weird.
Okay. Maybe we should take a break and compose ourselves.
Hey, help your nephew get on the toilet.
Oh God. I think this might be time for a break.
Break. Ready, break. I'm going to go check out the game.
Let's take a break. We'll be back from our sponsors, Revelton Distilling Company, Greenberry Realty, off in the AKC Marketing Studios. We'll be back in a couple minutes. And then it's time for some real fun.
Making great tasting bourbon requires the perfect combination of ingredients, conditions, and time. The longer it rests, the better it tastes. Revelton Distillery's new single barrel bourbon is made from 80% corn, sourced 100% from Iowa farmers. And unlike mass-produced bourbons, each barrel of Revelton's single barrel bourbon is unique, proofed on when it tastes best. As they like to say, it'll be ready when it's ready. And to ensure the highest standards of quality and flavor, owners Rob and Christy Taylor oversee the production and bottling. Every single barrel. Iowa born, Iowa aged, Iowa bottled. Try the new single barrel bourbon from Iowa's own Revelton Distillery. ReveltonDistillery.com. In 2023, a crack Green Beret named Dan Douglas retired his military command and promptly escaped to a full-time career in real estate. Today, this man is wanted by home buyers and sellers who want to survive the process without spending a fortune. If you have a home to sell or want to buy one, maybe you can hire Dan Douglas at Green Beret Realty. You can find him at greenberetrealty.com. greenberetrealty.com. Whether you're buying, selling, or refinancing your home, or if it's simply time to renovate the one you're already living in, you need an experienced mortgage professional to help you analyze your financing options and to make sure the closing goes smoothly. And that's exactly what you get when you call Kyle Lehman at Wintrust Mortgage. Kyle's experience and expertise, coupled with Wintrust's rates and programs, ensures you'll get the mortgage that's right for you. You may even qualify for down payment assistance. Before you reach out to a realtor, call Kyle and get pre-qualified, empowering you to start shopping for the home of your dreams. Call Kyle at 515-473-0546. Kyle Lehman, Wintrust Mortgage, 515-473-0546.
All right, we're back. Had to compose myself.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. So, speaking of uncontrollable laughter, I've got a few things. But in the middle of this podcast, when we're going, my daughter sent me this video, which is my absolute favorite thing to watch and just laugh and laugh and laugh at. I totally forgot about this video. It's the dumbest fucking thing you've ever seen. It's 12 seconds long. So I'm going to show this to you guys and see if you think it's as funny as I do, because I find it fucking hysterical. It's literally a giraffe dancing and singing. Here we go.
I don't know what the fuck I saw there.
It's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. You guys don't think that's near as funny?
No, I thought it was funny.
It was all right. I mean, I get it.
All right.
What about, okay, hold on. There was at one point, Chris, you got to be able to find this.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was
Elon
for.
says it gets better every time. I'll send you the link.
I don't know what it was for, or I feel like it was a commercial for something that was supposed to a show that was supposed to happen that never did. I don't know, but it was like this redheaded guy made out of clay. So it was like this claymation guy, and he just kept. He would either, I can't remember if he was picking his nose or like sucking on his finger or something, and then he would like smell his finger and go, ew.
I have no idea.
And it would just he almost looked like Carrot Top. It was almost like a claymation version of Carrot Top.
Hold on. Angry Kids series, is this it?
Let's see.
Hold on, let me get through this ad.
He just, all he would do is just stand there and like smell his finger, and he'd go that.
Hold on.
That.
I don't know if this is it or not, but this looks like a redheaded Carrot Top.
Yes, that's it. Type in like angry kid sniffing his finger or something.
No.
All right, let's see. Hold on.
Angry kids.
He does look like a Carrot Top.
Finger sniffer. But he
Sticky
just
finger.
fucking that. Yes, this is it.
Isn't it amazing how fast you can find shit on
This shit made me laugh forever.
You might know
Hold on.
Harbor Freight for affordability. What you
this
might
stupid
not
ad.
know is performance
Fine.
and durability.
Skip.
Stinky. Huh? Hmm? Oh, God.
What's that called? Like, oh, I gotta pull that up.
Stinky
angry, just angry kid.
Angry stinky kid.
Angry kid
Okay.
sniff finger. I don't know,
Alright.
dude. That used to make me. That used to fucking crack me up.
Oh God. Okay.
Fucking face, dude. That. Blech.
We're three grown ass men.
And then,
Oh, Jesus.
and then he's just fucking stinky.
All right. I got to ask you a question. Have you ever had anybody throw something at you in a
While on stage?
on stage?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I have too. I mean, nothing really. I mean, it wasn't that threatening. You know, it was like a lob. Somebody lobbed something at me.
It was a coaster.
This guy apparently got a whole like glass thrown at him.
But I think they're saving that design for Trump's monument.
Oh, that's John Caparulo.
Fuck you, stupid.
Is that John Caparulo?
Yeah.
I didn't know he had a big beard like that.
Mom, get the fuck
No,
out
the
of
comic.
Here. God, that must have
I
been
can't see it. I'm
disliking
too small.
Donald Trump. Hey, fucking break up my show, lady. You know what? You come up here and do this shit, and yeah, I could go fuck off.
Whoa.
You've had that happen before.
Not that.
I've had somebody lob like a plastic bottle at me.
Chad Daniels had somebody threw a glass at Chad Daniels back in the day at the old club, shattered on the wall behind him. I was there for that.
I just found that and I was like, that I'd never seen that before.
Yeah, that's Cap.
Oh, I mean, you could look up some. I mean, some of these black comedy clubs, like down in Atlanta and stuff, they get into like brawls. I saw one the other day online where a guy came up and broke the microphone stand and was trying to stab the guy with it. I mean, yeah, some crazy ass shit.
Oh, I mean, anybody ever gets that close to me?
I told you, Chris, about the time that I had the gold medalist wrestler save me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think I told the story about the bachelorette party that I made leave.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was Cedar Falls. Yeah.
Yeah. That night, that girl, one of the straw that broke the camel's back was the girl threw a coaster at the stage. Just one of those paper coasters. It didn't do anything.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, I mean, so technically, yes, I've had someone throw something at me, but not.
Yeah.
And something that could hurt me.
Yeah. For the most part, you can usually tell, like, you come into a certain room, I mean, you can tell if a room's going to be, out of control sometimes.
If you're doing a fucking small town bar.
Yeah, anything can happen there.
You got to be real careful what you say about Trump.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go, because the bar in the other room where you get your drinks, they got it on Fox. So
try that in a small town.
Yeah.
Well, it's true though. Yeah, try that.
Yeah.
Try not fucking.
Oh man.
You do that. I mean, and that's why I've always, when I've done political stuff, I usually do it about stuff that everybody can kind of agree on.
Yeah.
Like,
but they
not
all
necessarily an individual.
Yeah.
But like, how they're all against poor people and yada yada.
Yeah,
okay.
In the middle ground somewhere.
Exactly.
So years ago, I stumbled upon this game show. And I'm curious if you've ever seen it. I want to show it to you. I'll give you the premise of the show. It's similar to the Newlywed Game, but it's called Three's a Crowd.
Three's a Crap?
Three's a Crowd.
Three's Crowd, okay.
It's set in the late 70s.
Okay.
It is a game show where a man is on there with his wife and his secretary, and the questions are designed to see who knows more about the man, the wife, or the secretary.
Oh, no.
Or the work wife, yeah.
Okay, so I'll show. I will tell you that this guy right here, by the end of this episode,
he's divorced.
Is not right. So I'll just play a little bit of this. I want your live reactions as you watch it.
I believe it's in the butt, Bob.
Yeah.
To get a little more money for you. The very last time your boss's wife refused to make whoopee with him, what did he do instead? Shirley?
Came over to my house.
Came over to your house. Okay. Fowler told us. No, put it down. That's just the first one. And he watched a ball game. What about this going over to her house, Fowler?
Before. That was a ball game.
What did Jesse do? Last time he said, not tonight, got a headache.
Make photo transfers on T-shirts, probably.
Photo transfers on T-shirts. Exciting life. Jesse said he went to sleep. Colleen, what about Bard?
What the fuck is
Knowing
it?
Bard, he probably went sailing.
Went sailing.
Well, it was bon voyage, but
Yeah.
no.
Well, Bard said, let me see the top card. He seduced her anyway.
Oh.
He raped her.
You know, he was that
He raped her.
God, I love the 70s.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm sure Joy has more to say about it than that.
He was like, you don't have a job, bitch. You better suck my dick.
Physically speaking, we're going to give your boss's wife your chest. Now, what else would he like his wife to have from you? Patricia, physically.
Okay, now.
Oh, no.
No way am I answering this question, right?
Well, how'd you come on the fucking show in the first place? Jesus Christ.
Right,
My vagina.
Here we go.
If she says
My hips.
Your hips.
my hips.
Okay,
My
Jesse
hips.
said her height.
Her height.
Your height.
My height.
What
This
is it?
guy,
Just shut up,
this guy
bitch. I'm gonna
absolutely
fuck-
does
I'm
not
gonna
want
kill
to
your
be on
ass.
the show.
Well, I figured since he liked legs, he would like hips, all that going together.
Yeah, that's
Height.
as I recall. Yeah. Colleen,
He's just trying not to fucking answer
My
anything
eyes?
his wife will get mad
your
about.
eyes. Bard told
Oh,
us
when
he
his
would
wife
like
comes out, it's
your
even better.
eyes. There you go. There's your name for a
All
secretary.
right.
Oh, you got it.
Shirley, what about Fowler?
Height.
Your height. Okay.
Why would you
Fowler
say
said
the
he would
same
love to
fucking-
see your lips on her.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Around
In just a
around
moment,
little
it's gonna be
Mr.
Three's a
Johnson.
Crowd as we bring out the wives to see how well they match up with
All right,
the
Jesus
let's
Christ.
the
Who
wife.
in the right
Wife,
fucking
you know,
mind agreed to go? Oh, Lord.
Look at his. Oh God, she hates. Look at her.
Well, in the first place, he's sexy 8 days a week.
Mhm.
And I have him at home usually in the evening, about 8:30, 9 o'clock, whenever Shirley lets him go from the office.
God.
She's very good about sharing him. I would say he
This is
doesn't hold
uncomfortable
himself
as
back,
fuck.
but I think she's got a little. I think she's holding out for more money. So I would say that there's been no sex between them. Not that he wouldn't like to try, but she won't play the game for what he's paying her.
He's been holding himself back then.
Yes,
Okay.
Involuntarily.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Fowler said that he's been holding himself back. There's a match.
Okay, so I believe the question was
You know him.
something about them having a chance to sleep with their secretary, I believe was the question.
My God. I missed this day and
Share
era.
what you said.
What the
He's not
fuck?
holding back. Oh, would you like to talk about the bonus bit again?
Or the bonus.
He's not. She said he's not holding. She tries to fuck me. He tries to fuck me every day. I have to tell him no.
All I can say is if he can take care of her and me both, he's better than I thought he was after all these years.
Joy, what about Bard? Holding himself back or letting himself go?
I know he said holding himself back because when he gets in bed at night, he tells me about this fantastic fantasy, which I think a lot of men have. And that's to throw one over one shoulder and one over the other.
Oh, my Billy. We're in the wrong period, Billy.
Look at her.
Bill can't even watch.
No, that's okay. Bard told us that he's been holding himself back.
Dude, this motherfucker is gonna be. This other guy's gonna be like, yeah, I hit
Would
that
you like to
shit.
hear what Colleen told us?
No fucking way.
I don't know.
Colleen, tell her what you said.
I said he was holding himself back.
Oh.
Yeah. Charlene, what about Jesse?
I don't know. Jesse could probably do the ear all day long. And considering what he has to work with over there, he better have said holding himself back.
Holding himself back. Okay. Jesse said he's been holding himself back. Right.
I will kill his ass.
Right.
You know this guy.
Better have said.
Look, he does not want to talk.
Why don't you tell Charlene what you said?
He hasn't been holding himself back.
You know what? If he haven't, you two deserve to be together because you will be together.
Oh, we've spent enough time together.
Oh, yeah, and you will be spending more, honey. They had divorce court. You go to the divorce court is full of ladies just like yourself.
Next question. Ladies.
That
And they're going to keep playing the game.
Your husband's secretary asked your husband in her sexiest way for a permanent $5 a week raise. Now, this isn't a joke. This is a real verbal commitment for a raise now, witnessed by our whole viewing audience. All you have to do is tell me, did your husband say yes to that raise, or did he say no to that raise? Joy, what about Bard? Did he say yes or no?
I think Bart
Dude, these
said
other
no,
these
because
other
he's a
wives are
tough
just fucking loving it.
I'm glad you said boss. Bard said no. And Colleen said
No,
yeah,
I don't
he'll
pay
say
these
no.
bitches.
Charlene?
Oh, my God.
Talking about Jesse, you know, the guy you know so well over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just want you to watch this guy's facial expressions.
Look at her right. Look, she's having a stroke. Look at her right eye right now.
Huh? Did he? Now you just take a look there and picture the two of them. And
Oh,
she was
God.
asking in her sexiest way
Poor motherfucker.
before you got here for that raise.
His
Did he
wife's
say
way
yes
better
or
looking
no?
than his
Hell
secretary.
no.
He said no. All right, Jesse said no. And Charlene said no. He won't give me the raise.
There's no way she's going to get a raise.
Right, but you should have seen the way she asked.
I don't care.
Well,
She's not getting another damn dime, I can tell you that.
Well, he spent enough
Damn.
anyway.
Paycheck this week.
Okay, May.
She got her last
May,
paycheck
now
this
you
week.
got the picture, right? Fowler and Shirley sitting out here by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And she went to work on him. What did he say? Yes or no?
Well, he's a real softy. He's tough at home. She can have prime rib for lunch, and I get DW once every 3 weeks for dinner. It's that type of a deal at our place. And all I hear is how great Shirley is. He couldn't work in the office without her.
Yes or no, May?
From the way she's dressed, I'd say Yes, he probably said, whatever you want, sugar babe, just don't leave me.
That's it. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Fowler said, whatever you want, sugar babe, just don't leave me.
God damn.
Yeah, she got that raise.
Where are they now is the question.
I want you,
Well, those two
I
are
want you to
dead.
tell me the very last time you refused to make
Oh,
whoopee
yeah.
with your
Wait.
husband, what did he do instead? Charlene?
He just threatened me.
Just threatened you.
He threatened to go out and get another. But
Another piece of
no
ass.
big deal. There's nowhere he can go.
Jesse said that the last time he just turned over and went to sleep.
What the hell?
I didn't know.
He threatened me all the time. All right, baby.
Tell her what you said, Patricia.
I said it.
What? You said what? I didn't hear that.
She said that he just went and made photo transfers on some T-shirts.
That's all it was. A transfer.
Yeah.
But he made the transfers at my house.
Well, baby, that's no big deal. That's his profession.
But it wasn't on T-shirts,
Well,
baby.
it was on your then, huh?
Hey,
I bet you did, baby. I hope you enjoyed it.
May? Hi, May.
Hi.
Last time.
Why did you go on the show?
I know.
You know the question, May. What did he do?
Well, in the first place, I'm the aggressor at our house. He's tired after being with Shirley all day. So the last
tired
time I
after
tried
being
it,
with
he didn't want
Shirley
it.
all day.
He
Okay.
had the headache. So
All
I
right.
gave him two
So,
Tylenol. I had
they
a
were
glass of wine
supposed
and
to
went
come
watch
on here
Johnny
and make
Carson.
these
I mean, you know.
innuendos.
So what did he do?
This was the game, I bet.
He took 2 Tylenol, went to sleep. Fowler said that he watched the ball game on television.
Well,
And
no,
jerked
I
off.
think the television was at Shirley's house, but that's another whole game.
Okay, this
They
show's
do it for
almost
you.
50 years old. So, yeah, you're right. Most of these people are dead.
He said,
All right,
came right
all
over to
right,
her.
all right. I've had enough.
Uh,
I think the show they were supposed to make those innuendos like that, like the wife. See the two.
How did they talk you into coming? I mean,
Yeah, like the two other wives.
We're in on.
Kind of got it. Yeah,
Yes.
like they're just
Yes.
kind of like, oh, after he's tired after being with Shirley all day instead of being at work. You know what I mean? She's
Right.
saying shit like that. And then, of course, the answer is no. She makes it sound like it's yes, but it's no. And the one wife just don't get it. She's like, no, this shit ain't funny. Motherfucker.
drag my ass to Studio City, make me look like a dumb bitch.
Oh, she was making transfers on your ass then, huh? He transferred the contents of his balls on your ass.
Damn.
All right.
And then he went and changed his uncle's diaper.
All right.
That's Uncle Sebastian.
All right, I got two other things. Have you ever seen the show? It's a British game show. It's a dating show called Naked Attraction. Have you ever seen this show?
Yes, I have seen that. I was going to say I don't watch anything British because I can't understand them half the time. But I have seen that where they're behind the thing and they just pull it up like their ankles, their knees. Yeah,
it's the greatest show ever. I found
It's
it on
insane.
Cinemax.
Yeah.
I found it on Max.
Dude, if they just got if they would pick me like just go up and stop at my dick. Stop before they see my dick. I would get picked first a lot.
We got them calves, Billy.
Picked first.
I'm
to-
saying
to-
if it was just based
picked
on
first-
legs.
Picked first, like, no, I don't want that, or
No, that's once they got to my dick, I'd be fucked.
But the calves, they love the calves.
See, that's the thing, man. What do you do in that situation? You got to rub out a little half chub or something at least. Like, you can't be.
I think you're right about that.
You know
Some
what I
of
mean?
them do.
Did
There
you
was a
ever
couple guys
see-
on there that were just
Did you ever see the episode where the dude had an elephant tattoo on his pelvis?
Yes.
So they look like the front trunk
Yeah,
was, his,
yeah.
was his dick. It
I
was
think I
impressive.
might have saw that too.
That was
yeah,
impressive.
maybe.
Yeah, it was impressive.
I remember watching like some of one episode and was just like, all right, I can't. It's not. Yeah.
It's pretty repetitive.
Anyway.
It's pretty repetitive.
Yeah, it's just. you know.
Okay, it's time for our AI segment, and then we'll get out of here.
That's it. That's all you wanted to talk about. I thought you had a thing.
I did. I was going to show the trailer, but you'd already seen the show.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
So you'd already seen the show. So fuck you. Now you don't get to see it.
I'm sorry. What was
Trust
your
that
favorite
on your
Halloween?
ass, Billy.
Yeah. Okay. So as we know, this is May 6th today, which the last 3 days is kind of Star Wars themed.
Yep.
May the 4th be with you.
Hey, did you guys really notice that? And I don't know if this is Trump's doing, but it didn't even feel like it was Cinco de Mayo yesterday. I mean, it's like I think they were hiding. I got to be honest with you guys.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It seems like the only
I didn't go out. I made tacos at home. I made white people tacos last night.
the only people that celebrated are white people drinking margaritas on patios.
Exactly.
Correct. All right. So I asked AI to make you guys into some Jedis.
Ooh.
So
I can't wait to see. Is Billy top of the hut?
Yeah, there's some fucking fat fucking lightsaber wielding.
Hold on. So this is
probably like John.
Now, in my defense, I use the same photos as original photos every time.
Okay.
John Candy on fucking.
This is Willie.
Oh wow, I like it. Look at that.
That almost looks like. It almost looks like Luke Skywalker as he
It does
aged.
a little bit.
I look
It
like
does a little
if what do you call it? I look like Ponch from Chips if he
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the sunglasses every time does it for you.
Yeah, I think so.
For sure.
I can't wait to see.
Is
Come on,
it-
let me see.
Okay.
Let's see Hans Bolo. Come on, let me see him. He's a fat Paul Giamatti.
Oh God! I swear to God, I didn't make it sound. Oh, I said.
Why is fucking Willie should always look cool? Fucking Willie, fucking Obi-Wan Guidobi.
May the fudge be with you.
Yeah. Willie's Obi-Wan Guidobi, and I'm fucking.
Look, I don't think you have a savior in your hand. I think it's one of them pepper.
I'm
shaped-
Obi-
shaped- one
I'm
of them
Obi-
pepper grinders that you get at like Olive Garden.
I'm Obi-Ton Kenobi.
Funny.
Oh God!
My God, it's fucking.
Oh God!
Why'd you type?
Well,
Why'd you type Friar Tuck into my fucking AI?
If it makes you feel any better, this was mine.
Oh God!
Yeah.
You know, after seeing the three pictures, I think I got to break up with you two. I don't think we're going to win any wars at all.
Chris looks like he comes home from work and plays video games until he goes to work again.
And you work at the Olive Garden with your pepper shaker.
I don't know. I think that might be my next Halloween costume. Might be Obi-Ton Kenobi.
I swear to God, this was the photo I used to begin with, and all I said was a bit chubby. Is all I said.
No, you do it. See, I knew you typed in. I knew you did that shit.
Fat
I
Paul
knew you
Giamatti.
fucking told it. I knew you always told it to fucking add weight. You
No,
motherfucker.
not every time I did.
A bit chubby.
Yeah.
You lions. I knew it. This is Chris's fucking bit. I'm like, it's like when fucking the end of every episode is like when Bozo told Cookie he could lead the Grand March if he achieved a goal.
Look, I'm not kidding. I did not say make him a fat football player. I did not say that. It was straight Iowa State football player. It's not my fault that
you're just a lineman.
This one. That was again not my fault.
Yeah.
I can't figure out what that guy looks like.
Ray Villachez here.
Yeah. Doesn't mean the guy playing. Yeah.
I'm keeping all these, by the way.
Oh yeah. Living in for me. Matter of fact, we have to have a slideshow when we do our show at
yes,
Iowa's Distillery. Have those behind us. Perfect.
Absolutely.
You'd have to have a projector. It'd be a lot. It'd be a lot of work.
Oh God.
But,
Okay, that's it for tonight.
All right, gang. I'm gonna go get me kolache, and I'll report on it next time I come.
Don't forget about May 20th.
May 20th, Iowa Distillery in Cummings, not Cummings and Go.
That's right.
So yeah, I mean, we should be plugging that. Also, the wrestling coming up. What is that? May 30th.
May 30th.
Yeah, May 30th. We're sponsoring the wrestling.
Oh yeah, I owe you some money, Billy.
Yep, I do too.
Yeah, send me that shit.
Got it.
All right, Joe.
All right, guys.
Love, peace, happiness.
All that good stuff. Peace out.
Just a mic and a dream. Now we ride this circuit, chasing that scene. Every heckle, every cheer, every silent stare. Made us sharper, made us bolder. We ain't going nowhere. Billy and Willie's workshop, welcome inside, where the jokes are sharp and the laughs collide. From the Vegas stage to the I-80 grind, this comedy life is one of a kind.